What do you say at the beginning of YouTube videos?
Ready, steady, go.
Ready, steady, game. Well, welcome back, everyone.
Hi.
Everyone, as in one person.
Yeah, it's my brother.
Singular.
Hi, Joel.
Yeah. Hi, Joel. Thanks for watching. Okay, so this I was going to say this week.
This time.
Today, Ree, I've got you. I've chosen another game for you, specifically for you, because I know you love a little bit of murder.
Yep.
A little bit of cults.
Yep.
So I came across this game, Sagebrush, which is apparently cult-centric, I will say, if that's a thing. I have, as usual, I've done the most minimal amount of research on this game.
And I have done none.
But that's not out of laziness. I just like being surprised. I don't know about you, but I like to sometimes go into a game completely blind.
Yeah, I don't even watch trailers for films.
Yeah, you got a thing about not watching trailers at all.
I hate it. There's been a trend, especially over like the last 10 years, where they show you all the best bits in the trailers. I don't want to know that.
Just ruins it.
Does ruin it.
Completely ruins. Everybody's ruining everything. But anyway, let's get into some cults. But yeah, I've chosen this game because it gives you an excuse to talk about cults as well.
Which I appreciate.
Because
there's a time and a place for talking about the dark and disturbing, and it's very difficult to work that into the day-to-day, especially when your partner isn't as into learning about murders and cults and things as you are. And diseases. That's been another recent one that I've got quite into, is diseases.
Diseases is the new thing.
Yeah.
The new thing that you try and crowbar into conversations.
They're just fascinating.
Awesome. Well, now it's a nice purple colour.
I love it.
Let's press new game.
Ooh.
I met Anne first, waiting for the bus. Normally, I avoid talking to just about anybody, but she struck up the conversation. She was so pleasant, so confident. She smiled at me as if she had known me as a kid, and we were just catching up after all these years. She told me she could tell I had a hole in my life. She knew what that was like, she said. She had also had a hole, but it was gone now. I asked her what she was selling, and she laughed and said nothing at all, that what she had to offer was free for anyone who wanted it bad enough. I asked her what had helped her. She just said, James.
Yeah, I got a feeling we're going to be there's going to be a lot of silent moments through this game with us not talking, I think.
So first impressions are that I really like the visual and audio, and also Anne and James are good choices for a game based around cults, because you've got Anne Hamilton Byrne and Jim Jones straight off the bat.
Who are they?
Anne Hamilton Byrne ran a horrific cult in Australia, and massively controversial character. The only punishment she ever received was a $500 fine for financial impropriety. And James is Jim Jones. Oh, Perfect Heaven. Okay, that's a cool link as well to Heaven's Gate, which is another mass suicide cult. Speaking of Jim Jones.
The thing I know about this game is that it's not a real cult. But then hearing that audio, I'm wondering if that is actual testimony.
I think it's probably meant to sound like testimony. Obviously, there's a lot of audio material for various cults.
I can say, just to switch the conversation, I really like the style of this.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Sort of, there's a trend of sort of the PS1 style design of well, that look, but obviously this looks a lot nicer.
Quite heavily pixelated.
Yeah.
But...
to interact with the highlight, okay, press X. Examine gate. The gate won't budge. You didn't bring anything to bust through. Okay. What about can I run at all? Oh, there we go. Let's examine the car. Not gonna lie, you're surprised it actually made it all the way here. You brought some gear in the trunk. How do I actually open stuff? Oh, there we go. Okay then, pick up Y cards. Oh, press Y. Here we go. Okay. Oh, self-closing. Oh, we're just doing that again. Okay. I guess we're cutting through wire.
It's really stressing me out that you can't turn off the headlights. You're going to have a flat battery.
Do you want me to... turn it up? Okay, here we go. To use an item, interact. Okay. Use. Select. It is selected. I am pressing use. What if I change... Oh. Okay, let's examine the fence first. Use. There we go. I wasn't close enough. So the wire cutters clip through the rustling fence easily and create a small hole. Okay. I'm not going to run at the moment.
No, please don't, because that's going to make it quite difficult to see.
Let's examine the view.
So let's say you've got a little church on the hill. Got your main compound.
So yeah, compounds and cults. A big thing for cults. Get a compound ready.
No, I think so. It's kind of important to say off the bat, I think, that nobody ever joins a cult. No one.
Okay.
So we'll stick with Jim Jones for now because Jonestown is so infamous. But people joined the People's Temple because Jim Jones was staunchly anti-segregation. He was very pro-civil rights. He received awards from members of the black community. Okay. And a huge portion of his followers were black and had been excluded from other religious groups. And he was just a very charismatic speaker who was preaching socialism and Christianity, which, given that socialism was one of the main things that Jesus was preaching, is obviously really appealing to a lot of people who just follow what Jesus teaches.
Yeah.
The compounds and stuff come much later, usually when they've rinsed a lot of money from their followers, and it's just an easier way to keep control of them. But it's sold as like a lifestyle. It's, this is a place where we can be ourselves, where we can practice our beliefs freely.
Oh. Examine ping pong table. A ping pong table. It's it's the only game you see around. Doesn't seem like there's enough room to play. It seems like our objective at the moment. The doors closing behind me is really eerie. Let's see. Let's just watch this door. See what it does. Nothing. Oh, there we go.
I think if you turn around, there's a portrait there, which... I
don't think we can... It's too dark, so our objective now is to... There's a generator outside, but I need an item to... generate a key. I think we need to generate a key.
That'll do it.
Okay. Okay, let's turn on this dang generator. You turn the key, press the button, and the generator hums to life. So we should be able to reach. So there's a pamphlet in here. Oh, that was a little bit eerie. Good music. Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, read pamphlet.
I think you need to put the lights on.
Okay, light switches. Is that use light switch? You have to read the pamphlet first, I think. You have sinned. Have you sinned? Are you plagued by doubt? Maybe you should read these. I'm.
Have you sinned? Are you plagued by doubt? Do you fear death? Do you have the nagging feeling that your church doesn't have the answers? There is a reason. Father James can help.
Okay.
Did you turn the page in that?
There was only one page.
Oh, that was it. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Let's examine the board.
Get to know the newest members of the flock. Welcome them with open arms and open hearts. My name is Christopher. I'm from Flagstaff. I was a farmer before and hope to lend my expertise to help feed the flock. Fun fact, I hold the record for the most blue ribbons at the Arizona State Fair livestock competition. I'm Viola. My 2 wonderful children, my son Lucas and daughter Juliet, are from Fresno. I'll be helping out with schooling our children in the ways of the Lord. Fun fact, I was born in Vancouver, so I'm technically also Canadian. Hello, I'm Peyton. I'm from a small town in Oklahoma you've probably never heard of. I ran a grocery store in town, but ever since it shut down, I've been looking for something more. Father James is helping me find that. Fun fact, I served in the Navy for a term.
So what? This is a bulletin board, but it's just people introductions?
Yeah, it looks like people have written a bit about themselves on a post-it, so that as you come in and out of the compound, you can see.
Hello, friends. I'm Candice. I love cooking and crafts, so hope I can help energize the flock so that we may fulfill His word. Fun fact, I can speak 3 languages.
I'm Josiah, and I'm so thankful to you and to the Lord for giving me a home after years living on the streets. I finally feel like I have a family.
Fun fact, blank.
Yeah, that's another denominator across a couple of different cults as well. There was a cult that I'm forgetting the name of at the moment. It's the subject of the documentary called Wild Country.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and they were actually one of the female leaders. Like, she was like one of the most prolific female cult leaders ever. But one of the things they did was they used to go to bus stations and pick up people who had just left prison, so they had nowhere else to go. So that they knew they'd be pretty willing to do whatever they wanted to, and they were kind of ended up living in servitude.
Oh dear. It's just so. Yeah, we'll read through these and then we'll
sure.
So yeah.
Hello, I'm Lillian. I was a student at USC before I dropped out because I couldn't stand the indoctrination anymore. I was looking for truth and I didn't find it there. Now I know I was looking in the wrong place. Fun fact, I've been to 4 continents in the last 3 years.
So did a lot of traveling, but maybe didn't learn a lot from the traveling. So dropped out because they couldn't stand the indoctrination of what?
I suppose of like collegiate university level education.
So is that a common thing that people are going from feeling like they're experiencing that to actually having that happen to them?
Yeah.
From escaping that, if that makes sense. They're escaping that, but then that happened to them anyway.
Yeah.
They're conscious of it.
Yeah. So there are multiple sects, I would say, of mainstream religion, which, without naming names, dropping some of them into it, are very keen on their members not going to university, not going to further education, because they believe it will indoctrinate their members. But that in and of itself is indoctrination. But when everybody around you is saying, you're being indoctrinated by a university, that's much easier to believe than a load of people you don't know saying, you're being indoctrinated by these people who you live with and who you love and who you care about.
It's crazy. Sorry, I got distracted by that creak. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, I did.
Oh, that one.
Deeply unpleasant.
Gave me the heebie-jeebles.
Yep.
Shall we read this last one and then we'll continue? My name is Vance. I saw through the lies of my parents' church. They were filling our heads with blasphemy. Now I can see the truth of it because of Father James. Fun fact, I'm a really fast reader. And I am not a really fast reader. Okay, let's get the hell out of here and explore even further. So, who's this fella? The painting shows an intensely focused, middle-aged man. He holds a book in his left hand. The painting seems less than professional. But the man's determination shows through.
I really like the sort of narrative style of these captions and things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's well written so far, I feel. An angel walks through an empty field, his hands pressed together in prayer. Very male orientated, all this stuff at the moment. This painting depicts an angel tenderly cradling the corpse of Jesus Christ in his tomb. Okay, shall we try these doors or shall we go through the hall?
Let's try these doors and then can leave it.
Pick a door. Door 1, door 2, or door C?
Go that way.
This way.
No, start in the far corner.
How far?
And then
All right.
work your way
Okay.
down, and then you can go into the main
Let's
hall.
go. Let's open this door. Whoa. We've already been through one.
It's just a bathroom.
I got no reflection. You look tired. Oh, maybe we should let me put a light on. Those doors closing behind me is
Jesus saith to him, He that is washed needeth not save to wash his feet, but is clean every whit, and ye are clean, but not all.
John 13:10. What does it all mean? I don't know.
Keep clean. It's cleanliness and godliness, isn't it?
Yeah. Next to godliness. We have another Bible quote. Is this just for when you drop in a deuce? You know, read a bit of the Bible.
Can you read a Bible page from that distance and that angle while sat on a toilet?
If I was really straining to look, not straining. Never mind.
And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the even. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean, everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And whosoever toucheth any living thing, anything that she sat upon, shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. That's Leviticus for you.
Leviticus.
Yeah, Leviticus is the book that's basically all about don't mix this with this and this with this, and yeah. Don't eat pork or seafood or milk and meat at the same time.
Don't mix up your...
A lot of it is
things.
rules that would have made sense if you were living in the desert like 3,000 years ago.
Yeah, there's a Chris Rock stand-up bit where he's talking about the idea of, you know, people going, hey, this pork's killing everybody. How can we get people to not eat pork? Let's say God tells us not to eat pork. Oh. I kind of miss the music now. Examining bookshelf.
We know the conspiracy can trace itself back as far as the 4th century, when Athanasius and his cronies first began to exclude essential works from the Bible.
Oh.
Biblical conspiracies are a big thing. People believing that they've tapped into some sort of code within the Bible. There's I don't know if you've ever heard of Sherry Shriner. She led probably the first internet cult, and she believed that she had a code that made her decipher the Bible differently to, you know, every other person who's ever read it.
Oh. I just spotted this, so...
It can be a little confusing getting around our little home. Don't worry. Sister Anne has printed some maps to help you get acclimated.
So we got Sister Anne. Oh, we have a thing. Oh, so...
Okay, so we're in the
I think we can zoom in. Oh, you can zoom in.
the community hall at the moment.
So we've just come in through here. God, that's so sensitive. Is that our car on the map? Right at the bottom there. That's good going. If that is our car.
I'm more interested in the fact that we seem to have bodies marked on the map.
Bodies?
Go left. Lillian, Viola, Andrew, Peyton, and Leonard. They're all the people that we've just read about on the bulletin board.
Oh my giddy aunt.
So,
let's go there.
I mean, it might be their bodies. It might just be where they live, because it does say trailer.
Oh yeah, that could be what it is. There's a lot going on. Let's get this performance schedule. Monday, Josiah plays original hymns. Tuesday, gospel reading. Wednesday, Juliet violin recital. Thursday, gospel reading. Friday, children's reenactment. A book of what? Sariel.
I would imagine that's something to do with conspiracy.
No, the power's been pretty finicky lately. You might have to restart the generator. Oh, we've already done that. Already figured that out.
Sussed it.
Examine table. Mouldy dishes litter the table, stained and dusty. There's no food though. Wild animals likely finished the scraps. Is this a case that it's people have just vanished? One of those situations?
No,
or
I don't think so.
they've just okay. When we all get to heaven, so we've got actual chords there. Can we play the guitar? Oh, I was looking forward to playing the guitar.
You wanted to play a cult hymn on
Yeah.
a guitar.
It's rocking. Oh, check it out.
Well, I had just graduated from college. You know, I was a communications major. That part was true. So I graduated and I couldn't find a job. I had no idea what I wanted to do and got pretty depressed. My boyfriend at the time said I was holding him back and took off, so that was that. I could have moved home, but I didn't. I stayed out in California, but it's not like I had any friends there. My parents would call and I would just lie about how things were going. I didn't know what I wanted because I guess I didn't really want anything. I would wake up and just count the seconds ticking off of my life until I fell back asleep. We were all broken in some way, I think. Some more than others.
Oh, I guess I feel like that is not real. A real account.
No.
Recorded account. Yeah. Phew.
No, there are. I was just thinking about like tape accounts that I've heard, and for some reason I ended up listening to the Jonestown death tapes out of total morbid curiosity, and it's one of the most disturbing things I've ever heard.
Dear.
If you wish to do the same, you can do so by listening to a special edition of Last Podcast on the Left on Spotify and other good podcast platforms, but it is not an experience I recommend. Even I drew the line. It was, yeah. Harrowing. Harrowing is a good word. Let's read a note to Leonard instead.
Yeah.
Leonard. The pantry is not your personal snack drawer. Food is for the flock to share. If you keep stealing cookies from the storeroom, you will have to answer for your crimes in the cleansing room. Please pray and reflect on your actions and how they harm the flock.
Oh,
I'm praying for you too, Andrew.
Leonard.
That's like those passive-aggressive notes you get when you lived in shared housing.
Yeah. Did you eat the last my last Oreo that I'd left in there for?
I used to have a housemate who passive-aggressively tweeted about us. So she didn't leave. Well, she did leave notes as well, but she used to tweet about things that were going on in the house without telling us that there was any problem.
I used to have a friend who, I was talking about this the other day, actually, wasn't I? I had a friend who used to eat sweets on the toilet and leave the sweet wrappers around the goddamn toilet. So I'd come, obviously go to the toilet and I'd just walk into a bathroom and there'd be like toilet wrappers surrounding the bathroom. Very strange. So
the kitchen is rammy, we have established.
Enable us to use thy manifold blessings with moderation. Grant our hearts wisdom to avoid excess in eating and drinking and in the cares of this life. Teach us to put our trust in thee and to wait thy helping hand. Okay.
So I'm going to read between the lines of that and the food schedule that was on the wall and guess that they maybe did not have enough food, which again is pretty common on this sort of compound.
Yeah.
And Hamilton Burns' thing with the family, she
Yep,
ended
done
up
that.
starving a lot of them, mostly children, because she just didn't. Well, she did have money, but she didn't use it appropriately, and they just cut down on the food that they were giving to everyone, and then told them that it was an act of faith to trust that God would provide. Also a Charles Manson thing, actually. He used to send his followers skip diving
Oh, jeez.
and said that people would provide for them.
Oh. So, generally, people who start cults are very thoughtful, forward-thinking people who take care of their flock, I'm guessing.
Of course, what else would you expect?
Yeah. Oh, it's another Leonard thing. Okay.
Oh, Leonard.
Leonard hasn't heeded warnings about taking more than his share of food. He keeps swiping snacks from the storage room. Until we can straighten him out, I've decided to move his favourite foods into the farm shed and hide the key on the side of the bookshelf next to the ping pong table.
Another key.
Taking all those precautions for Leonard, what is Leonard? Is Leonard a human being? Okay, let's move on. I think we've seen everything in here, but this has fallen over. How did that happen? Let's figure it out. I don't know if that's part of the larger conspiracy. Somebody knocked over something. So they said the key. There was a key in here.
Yeah, on the bookshelf by the ping pong table.
Oh, on the bookshelf. You slipped through the pamphlet shit. Oh, have we done that?
No, you've just skipped through one we hadn't read.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
You take a Bible from the shelf and skim. For Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but made alive in the spirit.
Is it different every time? Okay.
That's the first
That's
one we
the first
read,
one we
so
looked at.
click again. You flip through a pamphlet on the shelf. There is an ancient law that modern society has fought to bury. The role of man is to protect and nourish the flesh. The role of the woman is to protect and nourish the soul.
Okay.
Oh.
It's the same. Oh, no. Oh, but
Yeah.
we've done that one.
Yeah, we've had them all now.
So we've done them all.
So maybe examine... Try examining the table, the ping pong
Is there
table
something
again.
in the ping pong table. Oh, I examined that before. Am I missing something? There we go. Check it out.
What's the other thing? Ah, the gate
Oh,
key. That's
we're
handy.
Cooking on gas now. Shall I put the music back on? Have
No.
Boogie. It was a bit creepy. Okay, I don't know. Shall we? Shall we?
I think that's the farm shed on the left of the building.
Okay. Shall we try
it?
that first? I was going to say, shall we end it there? And
Oh no, that's just the bit where the
it's not.
sticker.
We have to go through this gate and stuff. So
Okay.
we had 2 keys. We've collected 2 keys. One for. I've totally forgotten which keys we got.
The farm shed and the gate.
The farm shed and the gate. So I'm guessing this is the gate. So next time we'll open this gate and go to the barn. I've totally forgotten again what keys we've got.
The farm shed and the gate.
Farm shed and the gate.
So we'll go to the farm shed next time, shall we?
Yes. So next time for more culty goodness, and we'll see what happens next. I guess we open the gate with one of these keys.